Hi, my name is Alexandra Goedert, and this is my response to statistics. So, in the article, it talks about how the public is misinformed on statistics and how they fail to read or hear them when they're reading different information from various articles and from different sources. The article specifies how that when information is presented to the consumer, it's one-sided and sometimes not related to the actual material that we're reading. For example, when Golden shows an ad talking about hot dogs can cause cancer, CNN basically compares how that the ad sponsored by the Physicians Committee, and they are responsible. They're like an animal rights group and stuff, so and they're trying to promote us to become vegan, so therefore he's linking cancer to processed meats. And Golden states the fact how what they fail to tell us is the fact that the physicians community never makes a public announcement regarding whether or not hot dogs cause cancer, if it's true. And when CNN just talks about, when they give their statement, it's one-sided when he links cancer to processed meats, because he doesn't mention anything else. They don't add anything. It's just sort of fluff and everything. Plus, all we really see is cancer, hot dogs. We don't really see anything further. Another thing with Golden giving that example, it makes CNN's statement, because it's their opinion, therefore it's a biased statement, which automatically right there we should know this is unreliable information. But yet, as the reader, all we think of, oh, cancer's deadly, it's linked to this, let's find all different alternatives, which is the vegan, and stuff like that. So, in the video, it talks about how one individual can make a statement like caffeine causes miscarriages in pregnant women, and, society's going to believe that and stuff. But they don't go steps further into researching, well, why is the number of miscarriages high, low, what contributes to that, the other factors. And another example in the video talks about how they list a bunch of different toxins in our water, like antibiotics, anticonvulsants, mood stabilizers, that 40 million Americans have, consumed, basically. And, they make a really good point by saying, but yeah, no one's really talking about it, There's no, well, what are the effects of consuming all these, toxins? So basically, what we fail to see, are those things there for the messages just to get us scared and worried. And we don't really look for, any more information, which is sort of how, the whole point is to decide what's real news, what's fake news, and not just look at the, big flashing headlights at us. So the article I chose was the 3 C's of communicating science: clarity, creativity, and curiosity. Because growing up as a kid, I always had a passion for science, watching Bill Nye the Science Guy. So basically, I want to see how the 3 C's have improved and why they're so important in today's scientific research, basically. So I discovered that interaction with the public is very important for them to get their data and to present their information and stuff like that. So that's where the creativity comes from, they talked about, and how scientists Carol and Stock talk about how they have Q&As, they write stories, novels, memoirs about their research and stuff like that. And in the article, they are currently doing some of their outreach programs and how that's where they collect a lot of their data and stuff like that. And then they talk about the relationship with some of their journalists who, ask them for, and, some of their discoveries and stories and stuff like that. So they talk about how their relationship and how it works. And the journalists sort of mentioned on how they pick their stories. A lot of times they'll, write about a scientist if they'd found a new form of research that sort of clashes with, old ways that we were doing research, regional importance, just if the experiment, piques an interest. It also talks about how They have a professional work connection, and how that bond with the journalists allow the scientists to express their discoveries in a factual way. So I feel what I learned from reading this article will help me in the module and in life because it taught me the value of connections. It's important to have opinions and listen to other opinions, but know what the reliable sources are, and go a little bit deeper in your research. Get more than one opinion. The relationship between the journalist and the scientist is important for college life because it shows how two different fields can still be related and work together to produce information. This is important because teamwork is very useful in college, future careers, and in this module. It took teamwork in discovering how to identify misguided information regarding statistics and how to hear them in conversation. The article's 3 C's taught me that you need creativity to intrigue the audience you're presenting to, curiosity to discover new ideas and ways of doing something, and clarity, the realization that facts and simplicity are easier to understand than complicity. Thank you.